So who are you?
My name is Luther Lowe. I'm the manager of local business outreach at Yelp.
And this is our first trip to Yelp, which I don't know why it's been so long.
We're excited to have you here, Robert.
We're here in the Yelp headquarters, but we're here specifically because I keep hearing Yelp's name all over. We travel a lot, right? We were in Boulder, Colorado last week, and this week I'm going to Seattle. We've been all over the place. We keep hearing, when we stop into restaurants, we talk to restaurant owners about how they're getting the word out, how they're finding new customers, and even my doctor, right? I found her on Yelp, and we want to know what you guys are seeing and what's happening inside Yelp.
Sure. I mean, just to kind of take a step back and go through the history. I mean, we were founded in late 2004 by Russ Simmons and Jeremy Stoppelman. Basically said, how do you find a trustworthy doctor online if you move into a new city? And there really wasn't a great answer to that question. And so by focusing on community-driven online reviews and really going into building income communally, we've really done pretty well. We're now at just crossed the 25 million monthly unique visitor mark, and we have over 7 million reviews.
That's pretty crazy growth in just 5 or 6 years.
Right, and one thing we found was that here we had created this site that allowed consumers to speak candidly about their experiences with local business owners, and we hadn't really balanced the equation as well as we could have. And so, that's one of the reasons we're excited to be here today, is because we realize that business owners have an important piece in this conversation.
Yeah. So we're here specifically because Building 43 is about helping small businesses join the modern world, right? Because I kept going to restaurants and seeing their websites, and they looked like 1994, if they even had a website. And so we're trying to get them to join the modern world, the 2010 web. What kinds of tips are you hearing from businesses on what's working out there for Yelpers?
That's a great question. I mean, certainly we don't discourage business owners from creating their own online presence and getting involved with other forms of social media. But because Yelp, at the end of the day, is a place where people are making decisions. In other words, nobody's getting on Yelp and typing in locksmith near Chicago for fun. They're probably locked out of their apartment on their iPhone. Is that if you engage these conversations, by going to biz.yelp.com, unlocking your free tools, and populating your page with rich content, that you can actually drive customers through your door and harness this really active community.
Yeah. Do you have any best practices that you've seen businesses really grow because they're doing X?
Sure. One of my favorite stories is about a sandwich place down in the Castro in San Francisco called Ike's Sandwich Shop, and I think they have something like over 1,000 reviews now. But they were one of the first sort of early adopters of Yelp. Got really active. Started using the free tools that we offer, such as the ability to put your specialties, what you're good at, talk about your history, how you were founded, put a bio of the business owner there. You can even recommend like-minded businesses. They had gone in and kind of fully embraced these tools, uploaded photos, put their menus on there, and ended up having to use their news and announcement feature to say sandwiches by appointment only on the weekends. So it was just kind of a weird idea when you think about the idea that a sandwich shop is now kind of being run like a dentist office because they're so busy and they're getting so much traction through sites like Yelp. And the ability for them to monitor how many people are pulling up their page daily and monthly, only added that lets them have an understanding of what their real world word of mouth is.
Very cool. When I talk to businesses, there's either excitement because they understand they're already sold, they're already getting great business from it. There's just apathy or ignorance. My doctor didn't even know what Yelp was. She had gotten 5 patients from Yelp, but she had never even been there, right? So there's that. And then there's people, we visited a sushi restaurant in Boulder, and he just doesn't like Yelp because either a misbelief or he believes that you have to pay to get good reviews. Or tell me about some of the things you've seen about Yelp in the press, and we've all read them.
A recent Nielsen study showed that second to word of mouth, consumers are relying increasingly on online review websites like Yelp to guide their spending decisions. I think it was something over 80%, like 84% of consumers trust these sorts of sites. So to business owners that are suspicious or apathetic or simply say, that joining that conversation is not for me, I'd say, the genie's out of the bottle, and the really it's in your best interest to engage. And it's important to understand, not every business is perfect. It's going to get negative reviews from time to time. By becoming an advertiser on Yelp, that doesn't give you any kind of preferential treatment. In fact, you can get on and see, take a random sample of 500 advertisers on Yelp, and I'm sure they've got plenty of negative reviews. And so what I would advise to a business owner who's still, suspicious or iffy about kind of jumping in head first is that, this is a captive audience of consumers who are using the site to make spending decisions, and by claiming your presence there, by giving them helpful information, that's going to guide them through your doors.
Yeah. What would you tell a restaurant owner that did get a couple negative reviews?
I'm not saying that Yelp is perfect and that there's not occasionally like a stray malicious review on there. In fact, that's, I would argue, is our whole kind of value proposition, is that our site is different from others in the sense that we have mechanisms in place for filtering, which is where a lot of the confusion comes from, to make sure that reviews from folks who aren't necessarily super established on the site, they aren't featured on the business page. Another way is through self-policing. We have a very robust community. Like I said, 7 million reviews on the site. And so if there's like hate speech or somebody's threatening violence or something, this stuff gets flagged almost immediately and comes down.
So reviewers have some sort of reputation, and the better they are at getting reviews, at doing reviews, and the more accurate they are, the higher up their reviews of your business will appear? Is that true?
So, there's sort of two forms of sorting. One is reviews on an actual business page, and then there's organic search results. And obviously, there's a lot of different things that go out into the secret sauce there. I wish I knew it all. I could tell you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to show relevant content to somebody who's typing in, pediatrician near Half Moon Bay. We don't want to put some shady person there that's tried to get their secretary to write 20 fake 5-star reviews. And we also have an obligation to protect that business owner. Car mechanic A going in there and writing a bunch of fake 1-star reviews about car mechanic B.
Yeah.
But so that's, that kind of covers the topic of sort of malicious and spammy reviews. When it comes to like an actual negative review, which is, what we see more often is business owners, how do I deal with a review that is legitimate but is still painful? What I'd say is engage that reviewer, send them a private message and say, hey, I'm sorry you didn't have a 5-star experience. We'd love to get you back in here and see if we can give you another try. And what we find is that the businesses that have engaged, even businesses that have, start with somewhat lousy reputations on the site, three stars and below, those that go in there and make that concerted effort to reach out to that consumer, find that the consumer will actually use the review update feature, and over time that business's reputation improves on the site.
That's pretty cool. Tell me, where is the line in terms of as a business owner, as a restaurant review, as a restaurant owner, I want people to talk about me on Yelp. Where's the line, what they can do in terms of, can they pay people? Can they give free food? Hey, write me a great review while I'm sitting here and I'll give you a free meal or something like that. Are they allowed to do that kind of stuff?
That's a great question. The way that we encourage business owners to get great reviews on Yelp is to simply offer great customer service, and it'll take care of itself. In other words, we discourage business owners from actively soliciting reviews. It doesn't serve your interests to stick a laptop in front of, if you're a real estate agent, to stick a laptop in front of your client's face and say, hey, write a 5-star review about me.
Yeah.
For one, because it's just kind of a slimy thing to do. But secondly, the Yelp community is very savvy. Consumers in general are very savvy increasingly. As a user creates information about a business, they create a lot of information about themselves. Yeah. So by putting that kind of review on your page, you're going to probably diminish your credibility a great deal. Additionally, going back to the review filter issues, it's hard for us on our end from an automated filter standpoint to tell the difference between somebody who's writing a fake 5-star review about themselves and the real estate agent who's putting a laptop in front of their client's face. So So if you are soliciting reviews, be prepared to have some of them, not be featured on your page.
Right. Is there a community for business owners to talk about how to do things better for Yelpers? Is there a forum or a place that they can go to get good ideas?
Sure. The best advice I give to a business owner is attempting to learn more and hoping for feedback and best practices from other business owners who've had trial and error approach to Yelp is to go to yelp.com/business. We're building out a robust video gallery where we go out and interview business owners and ask them what are the do's and don'ts, what have you found works best, and that's again on yelp.com/business. Additionally, we have a lot of FAQs on there. I definitely encourage reading those before getting on and really firing off a response to a review. Understand that there's a human being on the other end there, and that you want to approach that situation diplomatically.
What are you guys seeing as being part of this revolution? Right, the social networking didn't exist 5 or 6 years ago. Mobile phones. I walk around now with iPhones and I see everybody staring into their rim or their iPhone. What trends are you seeing, and what impact does that have on small businesses?
Well, I think you hit a nail on an important head there, is that mobile is huge right now. I believe it accounts for 5% on top of our desktop numbers. So 5% of our traffic is coming from the iPhone and other mobile devices. And so what what I would encourage business owners to do is unlock those tools by going to biz.yelp.com, post a special offer, let people know that you've got your retail establishment has 10% off, and now that's discoverable on our latest iPhone application. So users who are in the neighborhood can actually pull out their mobile device and see a pin drop on a map and see that hey, this place right around the corner is having a sale. I'm going to go in there and buy some stuff. So
very cool. Any last things that you want us to know about doing business with Yelp?
I'd say if I had to give some parting advice, sort of two do's and two don'ts. First do is definitely go unlock your business tools at biz.yelp.com. Second do is engage. Fill out a rich profile, post a special offer, look at your graph and understand that this is a correlation of your real world word of mouth. The two don'ts would be, don't actively solicit reviews. Don't stick a laptop in front of your customer's face or try to bribe them. And also don't get bent out of shape. Don't look at your review page like it's a stock ticker. Everybody gets bad reviews. We take our licks sometimes too. And the fact is those negative reviews add credibility to the whole system, because nobody would trust a page with 1,000 reviews and 1,000 positive reviews and 0 negative reviews. So understand that negative reviews have value as well.
Very cool. Thank you so much,
Robert. It was fun. Thanks.
And we're actually going to go and meet a restaurant.
Yeah, we're going to go meet Isaac at Fat Philly, get some lunch, and see how he uses the business owner tools.